Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm rather coherent, and last night I hit Legend after grinding a ton with Pig, and that's kind of unsurprising. If you're good at the game and grinding with Pig, you'll gain rank pretty fast. But while I've been doing that, I've been recording a couple of different episodes. I'm not going to upload all of them, no one wants to see a ton of back-to-back Pig videos, but I wanted to practice commentating on things so I can do an over-explained Pig guide and help people get good with the character and good at the game in general, since it's largely transferable skills. And of all those runs I recorded, I'm actually going to upload the least successful one of them and talk about how you can flounder on Pig and how there are interesting things you can do to pivot out when you don't get any of the things you want. And that's part of why I think Pig is so strong, is that even when you miss everything, you're typically still able to go 7 wins by cobbling something weird together. And if you're lucky, if you live long enough and get enough broken combo pieces, you can still go into the Supreme late game and win on days like 14, 15, 16 with Pig, although that's not what's going to happen today. In the near future, I'll produce an over-explained video where I dominate a game with a crook, but for today, there will be no crooks. Today is a day where Pig started off jank and never got normal and only got weirder. But it still shows, I think, a lot of the interesting things that can happen in Pig games and why I like Pig so much, even though it didn't go well for me. Alright, getting into our starting picks as Pig, let's see what we have. Wow, well, I guess we're taking golf clubs because this is all garbage and they sell for the most. Healing, well, we're not going to take shield synergy with nothing. We're going to take heal power on the basis that can make us stronger day 1 before we transition out of our starting skill. We could theoretically go for something like frontal shielding and try to go into a bushel build with this. That requires me to assume I'm going to find bushel and all the pieces to support it. And even then, it's not going to be great on day 1. So I'm still going to go heal power. I can sell items or I can take my mushroom now. I'm going to take the item salesman. I'm not going to roll just to see what he has on page 1.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
That's pretty miserable. I think I just leave this store without buying anything. Like, I regret not getting 1 experience now, but these are some of the worst Pig items. Like, marbles can be good later. It is not good at bronze on day 1 with the starting large item and nothing else. Spending 4 gold to get marbles plus 1 of these is so bad. So I'm just going to take the dead jump. We'll still be fine in our starting fight. Banana Ball can give me a healing item, which gives me something. Everything else has no synergy with what I have, and I really care about winning day 1. Winning day 1 with how I play Pig is very important because I play Pig in a way that doesn't scale well past like day 12. In fact, it doesn't even really scale well past day 9, but it's strong enough at day 9 to win day 12 fights, basically. So I need to have builds that are getting day 1 wins, because if I'm going to be struggling on day 13, I don't want to see day 13. I want to be out of here before that. That means I need 10 wins as fast as possible, and I can't afford to throw on day 1, so I'm really hoping for these bananas, which is a 1 in 3 chance to get something that actually interacts with golf clubs. Not hugely, not in a way that really matters, but it's something. The other 2 items are completely useless, but every other item except for bananas was completely useless anyway. That is the worst case. That's not the worst case, because we can find something that goes with it, right?
Huge. It's terrifying.
All right. Going to buy these 2 and leave. And we're only getting medium items and random items. You can't take bronze tier skills on Pig, not really. Going to sell this so it sucks a little bit less. I don't think I can find a medium item that's going to improve my board, so going to middle is pointless, and I just take a random item. That's the best thing I could have got off middle for free, so I'm happy with that. Against a Dooley, we have a real chance. Our board sucks, but it's not absolutely awful since we have the healing ability plus the med kit, getting this to 24. We have scaling. He doesn't. He does generate a lot of shield, though. Very lucky freeze. Every time freeze or slow hits that, it's the best possible RNG for him. I think we win this, because even though he generates so much more shield than we do damage currently, we're actually scaling up and he isn't. Yeah, we're currently ahead on life after several, like before the sandstorm hits. So when the golf club goes off during sandstorm, I'm expecting to win. Also, my healing finally mattering in sandstorm will improve my odds as well. Please? You are joking. That's the most unlucky increments I've ever fucking seen. Oh my god.
Motivation
If there had been just like 1 or 2 more slows and freezing hitting pepper spray instead of the ones that went to the left, I would have won that. That's really unfortunate. Gain 3 gold, sell items. I've got to go to items. I got to fix this board. Well, we take this. Normally, I would be willing to throw the ATM immediately to improve my level up upgrades. I don't want to get upgrade a shield item. But considering I don't want to get upgrade a weapon either, it's fine. I'm going to take the briefcase.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
There's no way I'm ever selling this. And I don't have the money to roll. I do have the money to roll, but not to get much afterwards. Because he can hit specifically Loop and Crook, this vendor is worth rolling on. I'm willing to cannibalize my board if I get good hits. I did not, but I do actually like getting this bird and this bandages. Yeah, I'm just gonna toss the briefcase and one of my coins. Because I need to make room, pick up bird and bandages. And we're much stronger for day 2. Leftmost heal, leftmost shield, and the issue with upgrade leftmost shield is that the ATM only generates income when you buy it. If you get it from a fight, I think that also counts. But if I take the upgrade, it will not give me 2 more income like it would if I had bought one. So I'm probably taking upgrade leftmost heal item. And while the bird is the one most likely to be on my board for the longest, it's also less likely to matter. It just needs to heal. Any scaling isn't from leveling the bird. So I'm actually going to take the upgrade heal item. I've got bird. I could take 4 loot items, just drop 2 inventory spaces. Loot items could be pretty impactful right now. I might regret this and still pick the upgrade. Taking this upgrade is going to give me a chunk of gold very shortly. I'm going to take this upgrade.
Moving up in the world.
Bring this stuff down. And I guess I'm looking at small and medium items again, even though I'm pretty broke.
Price? Don't care.
I buy this if I think I can win a fight. Like a player fight. And I do think I can win a player fight.
Fine, here's some gold.
It's not a great board, but it is enough to beat so many bills. This is a shitload of healing scaling the golf clubs. And we have no shield scaling for Coconut Crab, so we go for Covetous Thief because Fighting Warrior is stupid. Fighting Warrior is the hardest fight in the game, one of the hardest fights in the game for its level, and it has, I think, just straight up the worst loot for its difficulty, bar none. Alright, yeah, having seen how this went, I'm pretty happy fighting players with this and relying on this gold bonsai to scale a little. And I want that influx of cash. I might just be selling it immediately. I might not even get it to a player fight. If I see a crook, this is gone instantly. I'm using it to buy the crook.
It's all about motivation.
Sharpening stone's largely irrelevant.
Fighting for.
I think I take chocolate bars rather than small and large items. What small items are improving my board? I know it's not a large item making me better. A large item doesn't make me better now, but I'd still be willing to buy Vineyard first shop. 3 chocolate bars is not a big deal. The counterpoint is 3 chocolate bars slightly increased by burst resistance against like a weapons Vanessa or someone with an early crook. If they have an early crook, I'm dead. If the weapons Vanessa is good, I'm still gonna die, so I'm gonna go here for the higher opportunities.
Back to business.
Fixer Upper is bird synergy that's massively better than this pepper spray once I level up. I'm gonna toss this.
I'd call tasteful, but very well.
Do I have anything else I can sell? I have a single coin. I'm going to take the silver hatchet.
And that's
I'm gonna sell, or sorry, the bronze hatchet. Because upgrading a bronze hatchet to a silver hatchet is better than buying a bronze hatchet.
I've got 4
It's better than having a coin.
carry this company.
Going to take this every time. You cannot pass this on Pig. It's +2 income. It's absolutely wild. There's a day 2 only event, so you always do it. And again, against Dooley, I feel pretty confident. I think this time we're strong enough that I just can't lose. Whereas last time, that was some really unfortunate RNG. Yeah, I especially when we get the bug where you fight a day 1 ghost on day 2, you notice he's still level 1 with 250 health. He has the starting skill and 4 items, and all of the new items are bronze. Oh. I don't really mind getting free wins, but it does sort of ruin the spirit of the game a little bit for me. That I keep fighting people who literally couldn't win.
Oh, you've got potential. Now that's
All right, you have 1 additional XP, Economic Seminar, and weapons. We have nothing I care about putting on my board, so the XP is actually pretty low value. Weapons can be crooks. Crooks get me out of this build. I won't roll with my build already being okay outside of crook, though. Do I have a property? I do. I would gladly take 4 income. Harassment at the dunes. Oh, no thanks. Small and medium items. This is exactly why I bought this earlier. Do I care about a balcony? No. I do care about a roll. Do I want to upgrade this? Slow for 2 seconds is... Oh, wait. It's already leaving my board. It doesn't get to be here. So, no, I don't want to upgrade that. I will roll for loop, roll for crook, get nothing. Do I want to hold in that ladle? I'm going to toss this coin, toss the pepper spray, bring this down. The bird is now going to the moon. Our scaling's much better. Our defenses are much better. We're still not strong. The ladle's a 2 gold investment and a lot of bank space. It's going to quickly get awkward. If it were later, I wouldn't do this, but on day 3, I'm willing to do it, especially with all the economy I've hit. Move this over so it's not in the way, and I think we crush Ether, right? We have enough healing that there's no way he's killing us, and our scaling will put his shields to 0 every time we attack, every 6 seconds. So yeah, we have nothing to fear from Ether, right? Because Force Field can get out of hand just very, very badly, but not against this build. Not at all. Yeah, it's already at 226. I feel great about our chances in the fight. Against the player, I mean. It's very rare that I end up going into golf clubs. Usually, even if I see golf clubs and pick them up, like it's never my starting item and they're quickly tossed, just like this that ladle's going to be. I did not expect to actually have a working golf clubs build at the start of day 1.
Not against me.
Gonna take medium items, that can be cash register, ATM. Pygmalien longbow isn't it. Weights are interesting. Weights are really good with the bird, but not at bronze. I'm of the opinion that buying bronze weights is sort of a trap. You can do something better in the early game, and having to upgrade your weights 3 times to get them to diamond is literally harder than finding gold or diamond weights later and getting them there with less buys. And once again, pretty much just full whiffs.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it.
I'm gonna go non-weapons again. I haven't found a loop, so my economy is still not secure. Please stop trying to sell me pinatas. I have no scaling methods. None of that matters to me. All right, the vineyard's actually pretty good. We upgrade the cash register. Oh, we're broke. You're telling me I need to find 12 gold. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 12. I don't actually need to sell the ATM, but I no longer need to hold it either. But I toss the ATM and everything but the ladle, and that should get me to 12. And I need more, actually, if I want the cash register too. I see the problem. Vineyard's good, but right now we don't necessarily need it. Cash register is really strong economy. It's effectively +3 income. I'm gonna make a greedy play that might come back to punish me. Goodbye, Crystal Bonsai. I feel like I need to buy this vineyard now and I can't let it slip by. So we're just gonna take the succulents to trigger the scaling at the same rate as the bonsai at much worse healing numbers. We have our 3 spaces for the cash register, so let's get into it. Quinn was taken, period. I like the period at the end. I didn't even know I could put symbols in my name.
Out to dethrone a king, not to
We crush this. There's no chance in hell. This is a very confused build where he has burn, raw damage, but it scales, but he doesn't have very many small items to scale with, and a coral armor that hasn't been stacked in any meaningful way. Typically speaking, when I see opponents Vanessa boards, there's no way for them to win if they have a bunch of split focus with their items, and this is absolutely an example of that.
Now that was more is more, I always say.
We can upgrade our leftmost weapon, and we're not a crook gamer, so I guess we're locking in these golf clubs for a while.
Moving up in the world.
Alright, the fixer-upper is probably going to be out. It's currently better than the vineyard. Not for scaling the golf clubs, though. I'm just gonna splice this in now because it's driving me insane watching it back while editing. You might be thinking to yourself at various points throughout this video, why the hell didn't you put ATM on your board? You had pepper spray and bandages. That's way worse than the ATM. It gives you more bird. Right now, you might be thinking, why'd you sell your ATM? You were gonna have to sell Crystal Bonsai anyway, and the ATM would be better than this and that, and especially the empty item in this, right? And to answer those questions, I recorded this while I was pretty tired, so I fucked up. Definitely could have been stronger early game, and made some serious mistakes here. Hopefully, I stop making quite so many in the later parts of this run, but it's been a little bit frustrating to watch back on my end. And I don't really have a last item spot, unfortunately. Large items and small items aren't really fixing it. I'm happy to take 2 more small heal items, which I don't know if they exist. I know there's obviously the Crystal Bonsai. I think these are all the small heal items other than Crystal Bonsai is the problem. Still gonna check. The other 2 are pretty low value. Well, I mean, for 2 gold when I have this much money, it'd be unreasonable not to buy you.
I mean, help you.
It's looking like it's gonna be on my board for a while, so I'll take the buy. Is there any merit in just like buying jewelry plus slingshot for 2 gold? With the logic being it gives more freeze and slow targets. Honestly, yes.
That's how it's done.
It's a meaningful improvement to my current board. Medium items. I can't upgrade my golf clubs, they're already gold and it's day 4. Would I be willing to bail to crook with just in that ladle in a dream? Not at silver. Not against what I'm currently doing. 2 income's kind of minor, but I might still be willing to take it. But I can get 2 income by finding... Oh, I can only get 1 unless I get lucky with silver ATM. I sold my previous one, which was just a mistake. I would have needed to sell it for room for cash. I think it was fine. I'm gonna take a gander at medium items. If I can replace some of this stuff I just bought with a medium property, I'm in a much better spot.
What can I get you?
That is not it. Without loop, briefcase does nothing, but it's still correct to sell this. No, it's not. It's the exact same.
Just toss that on my back.
I was gonna say so I can hold it for the loop, but it's the same amount of item space for the same amount of 1-slot items. So it doesn't matter unless I get like specifically the trader skill, and 2 gold for 30 health. Honestly, on a defensive build, I'm willing to do that. And right now I'm trying to hold this fixer-upper for 1 more day to make 12 gold.
Used to offer a free
Once again, bronze weights don't really feel like they're worth buying for me. At this point, they would be at silver. I'd gone for them, but it's the bank space on an... Like, when you're holding stuff for pivots and cash on Pig, it's so hard to hold bronze weights hoping you would find another one quickly. If I get Blood Reef Raider, I can drop this, and this, potentially for the... Alright, I'm interested. I want to swing my golf clubs from the Golden Crow's Nest. Give me my 75% crit plus 2x multicast on the bird. I don't know if this is necessarily good, but it seems like it'll be very good for the next couple of days at least, which is all it needs to be. Alright, let's see what's in the box. I'm very curious. I get to try this out. Come on, give me the Crow's Nest. I never see Crow's Nest off this guy.
Come too far.
The secret is to try to get it on somebody other than Vanessa, I guess. Alright. You're out. You're out. Yeah, you're still out. And Crow's Nest is very much in. Oh, it has lifesteal now too, because it's my only weapon? Disgusting. I forgot about that part entirely. What's really fucked up is that my ghost is gonna bug out and keep the buffs I get in combat when people fight it. This is gonna be so fucking broken when anyone has to fight this build. None of this is super helpful. I think I take chocolate bars rather begrudgingly. The Atlattl's never coming in. With Crow's Nest, we're never going crook. So I'm gonna take 5 chocolate bars for a little bit more buffer health. I'm gonna take the shitty base tier wins. I don't really care about XP, although maybe I should. It feels like there are really important items to hit. Are there? Can I just try to win on this? I'm gonna go for XP and try to get an enchantment on the golf clubs that somehow lets me win.
I can already see
Leftmost shield item. Oh, hey, fixer-upper. Literally the last possible chance it had to run an upgrade and it nailed it. I'm gonna take 4 friend loot. It could give me cooldown reduction. The spare change is like irrelevant gold. I'd much rather have something that actually contributes. Regen is fine. Insect wings are CDR. I can't imagine we're ever going a poison build, but we should be holding that for loop anyway. And with our 3 blank spaces, we get our cash register, and I feel like we murder most picks. I can absolutely get rolled by somebody with like gold or diamond crook right now, but most pigs are way beneath this in power. He's a bushel gamer, but he doesn't have the bird synergy for bushel, so it's not really doing a ton. Also, my golf club swing at 6 or 5.8 now. His are 7.5 on the spiky shield. So I'm gonna pretty regularly just destroy all his shield right before the spiky. Oh. Yeah, it does have 700 damage and 75% crit after 12 seconds, doesn't it? That's pretty good for day 4. Small down weapon, aid the convoy, bronze tier junk items. I mean, the convoy is nice. I like the income it can give me, but I feel like I need to go for bronze tier junk items and keep lowering my cooldown.
Got everything you need. Just a matter of finding it.
Well, none of that's really it, unfortunately. Going to assume I need the second one. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Warms my rusty
I always forget exact. Fuck, I forgot the succulent was on my board. I'm so bad at the game. Oh.
Sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
The icicle's actually better than the succulents at this point, which makes it even funnier that I just did that, but I'd rather have a starting freeze.
Doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Like, the succulents just didn't even exist in my mind. They were so unimportant. Do I take this and hold it forever to poison enchant the vineyard or the bird? I feel like I do. Like, silver extract's actually a lot of poison. I'll give up bank space for that.
Means everything.
This gets sold. This goes to the left now because I'm holding it. We don't need the fixer-upper anymore. I'm never putting this on my board, so it gets tossed. I can grab this when I fill my inventory. It'll already give me 2 back, so it will make money eventually. All right, I'll grab this and sell it eventually.
That's a bargain.
Medium and large items. That's not going to improve my board. Yeah, there's no way any of these 9 get cut, so I only care about a small item that can replace the icicle. That's not true. I can upgrade the vineyard, which is fairly relevant. I'm going to take the vineyard, or take the chance at vineyard, rather.
I love them all.
Okay, I'm going to take this, sell it, sell this for the value.
Anyway, thanks.
Belt's cool. Belt doesn't fit on my board, though. And we crush Mod Squad, so let's go fight that. How fast do we scale up? It should still be ludicrously fast. The succulent would have done relatively little, and I like the starting freeze off of Icicle much, much more. Yeah, we scale up pretty fast. 350 on the first swing, 650 on the second swing, very high crit chance. Eventually we'll get a random upgrade that we can put on Crow's Nest. When I say random, upgrade anything or Forja.
Pygmaliens are pacifists.
Friend weapon and tool tags. Chris Army Knife could be relevant in an interesting way if we get tags for him that care. I can't imagine we do. Most of that stuff's an item. But you can also live on the right until I start running out of inventory space. Work at the docks to earn some coin. What can that get me? I mean, literally anything in the game. I think I'm gonna roll on pole to upgrade the vineyard. It's relatively minor, all things told, but none of that seemed good to me. Leftmost heal item. Please upgrade the vineyard, sir. And with that upgrade, I think it's only gained value, but eventually, when it gets to diamond, it will do something. I forget what, I just remember thinking it was decent. I'm actually gonna take silver tier skills. There's a lot of garbage skills that I tend not to like because they just increase your healing. Unfortunately, that's not them. I don't actually use my large items, so this is pretty troll. Also, you only give 3 skills, huh? I guess I'm taking 1% crit for 6 gold. That's the world I live in. Toss this, make room for the spare change, and let's go fight Uber Noob Vets.
You do see these tusks, right?
I feel pretty good against Vanessa. It is a weapons Vanessa. I'm glad to have hit Dock Lines immediately, because Dock Lines is scary with so few items. Yeah, Dock Lines just does so much work against my board. I'm very vulnerable to freeze and slow is the issue. Like, if I lose, it'll be entirely because of that. As you can see, the golf club's just permanently slowed. We're fine. He doesn't have enough going on outside of Dock Lines, but I am so vulnerable right now. I basically need... I say Radiant on the golf clubs, but if I don't have Radiant on both, then I can't scale the golf clubs, right? Let's go to JJ, sells items, see if we can find a pivot into something less vulnerable than this. I think silver marbles is actually better than the icicle. Rather than a starting freeze, I would rather do slow to 5 times every 3.8 seconds, for sure.
Do you have to leave already?
And once again, nothing that's gonna help me there. Shield skills, I don't shield at all. I can go here, like what if I get a shielded bird later? I've got the money to buy basically any skill. I don't really expect to get the vineyard upgrade off of a Barcoon. Or Barkin, rather. But, fine.
Acorns.
That is one of the best scalers for Bird. And I'm holding a bunch of irrelevant garbage right now, including extra coins for that level up reward. If I take this, I can find a gem and a yo-yo to get a full build for permafreeze and eventual kill. I feel like I'm supposed to take that. It's not particularly exciting at silver,
I'm almost sure that
but I'm gonna take it for now. I have the money to hold it, even if it turns out to be an immediate mistake. Bushel School. Bushel doesn't fit on the board. Gonna have to leave it. Looking at this, I don't know how I kill a Lich. Because he poisons me and gains regen every time I do anything. I feel like I kill him with golf clubs is the answer. It's not that complicated. Yeah, I kill a Lich. Surely I kill a Lich. I don't actually need to outlive much. I just need to live for like 18 seconds tops. Is that on combat start? Oh, the icicles. I'm stupid. What was the slow from? Ah, chilling touch synergizing with the icicles. So my estimate was after 18 seconds, my opponent dies. The poison is scary as shit, I will say. I was right, after 18 seconds, my opponent died. It was closer than I thought it would be, because I have so few items and the icicles are guaranteed freezing the important stuff, but it was fine.
But not against me.
Toss a coin, grab a soul ring. Doesn't really matter. Leftmost heal item. That's one way to get my diamond vineyard.
Now that's
So now it's gaining 2 value at the start. Oh, it's not even doubling, it's just gaining more value. That's pretty underwhelming. Oh, there's a lot of time left or it's gonna be on my board, so I'm glad to have it diamond early. Medium items can be the upgrade to my golf club. 3 regions, kind of a lot though. Not with lifesteal scaling golf clubs and this much healing. I can't hear about regen, I gotta go look for golf clubs.
I'm pretty laid back.
Those at diamond will actually matter, nothing else I'm doing seems like it will. Unfortunately, those upgrades are not it. Or those options, rather, none of them were upgrades.
You might have what you need.
I can get better marbles. I can upgrade my snow globe for the pivot later.
Decide your deathstruments.
I'll gladly take a rewards card. What else do you have? An upgrade on the snow globe as well. I believe that just puts it to 2 seconds, right? Yes. Still not particularly exciting yet, but it's better than it was. I didn't buy the ATM? It's fine, we have unlimited money, it doesn't even matter.
my dreams are too big for you to
Alright, Zornob, let's see it. What can Vanessa do to me that I'm scared of? Insane poison build, that's the first thing I thought of. He pivoted out of poison build into submarine. And I'm pretty sure I'm just a better build than submarine. I have a better crow's nest. This already has far more lifesteal than the submarine. Yeah, he's currently trying to pivot into submarine and I'm already doing that, but better. Also, like me, he's very vulnerable to slow, and he's able to have his whole board
Next
slowed
time,
forever.
boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Did not think I'd be seeing crow's nest golf clubs when I sat down to record, but it's pretty hype. I'm enjoying it. Small and large items can be bird and... well, let's go anywhere. We'll hit something useful in the first couple of rolls almost every time. Is JJ good enough? I'd rather a weapons vendor, to be honest. Small and medium at least hits a ton of economy options.
I'm Quixel.
And I can't keep rolling for long on this board. I don't think I can use T-Set to farm anywhere. I think I need this on my board, so I'm not going to spend the gold on T-Set. Hey, we finally found a loop, which is just enough space taken up that we're going to start having awkward problems with this cash register. I already know who's out. It's Chris Army Knife. All right, next store, we have small weapon, experience, and health and toughness. EXP for sure.
You didn't hear it from me, but
Upgrade your leftmost weapon. All right, cool. That's diamond golf clubs. What do we care about anymore from stores? We care about getting better marbles, or we care about getting a 2-size property and a better snow globe. Because if we can get this to multicast 3, freeze for 3 seconds 3 times, then we can drop marbles and this for the snow globe plus the second property to keep bird going and to give this the second multicast. So that's one thing we can do. We can just upgrade marbles to improve our current build. But aside from snow globe plus balcony or another, you know, like an ATM, grumble grumble. Honestly, I think right now I would continue playing this over going spam freeze. Maybe. I don't know if that's correct. Yeah, the scaling on the golf clubs is really solid right now. Does this manage to go off a second, or sorry, a third time before the golf clubs is off a second? Does not look like it. It's in the process of doing it. Yeah, because multicast takes a full second to go off when you have 5 of them. If I could find max health scaling, I would like it, but I mean, it's probably going to be in the form of something that goes my board is the problem.
Maybe too nice.
There's no way seaweed ever goes on this board. I don't know why I'm even looking at it. I would rather 200 max health here than whatever the small items vendor is going to give me. Here, I guess I'm going for medium and large. Not really hyped about it, but
Sell you things.
nah, that ain't it, Chief.
Is it because I talk too slow?
Toss all of this, make room for cash register. And I still feel pretty good about Pig. I can get crooked into the ground. A diamond crook with an atlatl will just kill me before I do anything.
My people believe in
That's not a crook build. He's pawn shot, bird, yo-yo. The yo-yo doesn't scale up though. I'm not saying anything that scales, so he's 100% dead. Like me, my opponent is much worse than a good crook build at this point in the game. I don't know that I ever get much better than this with the crow's nest on board. It's why I'm trying to find upgrades to marbles and the snow globe. I'm really regretting having not bought that ATM. That was the income didn't matter, but not having a 2-size property absolutely does. How much gold am I about to make? 12 plus 6, 18 plus 3 more from the loop, 3 plus 2 more from this, 5, 23. I'm gonna gain 2,000 health. There's so much game left. The 4 gold's massive. I'm gonna gain 2,000 health. I think that gives me the highest chance of winning in my next couple of days. And I feel like I might be trying to get out on day 11, because if I don't, what do I do to win? I'm gonna gain 3 regen, because regen's pretty valuable. It's more valuable than the max health, I think. But it's not particularly hype. We're gonna go property items, because that gives us our highest chance of snow globe upgrades. Hey, it came back, thank you. Move this over so that it gets upgraded next time I go to a store.
to know who has means in this town.
Nothing else on that first page, and definitely nothing on that second page. So at this point, we can swap out Marble's Crow's Nest for Snow Globe and ATM. And that would give us multi-cast 3 for 2 freeze and an irrelevant amount of shield. Right now, that's decidedly worse, but later on, once these golf clubs are not scaling enough, it might be better. For now, just sit in the corner. And we'll go fight Dr. Vortex. None of this has relevant upgrades, so we're just taking the one with the most experience. Honestly, the gold cog might be an upgrade over marbles just because it speeds up my birds so much. And it's something to freeze, which as you're seeing is a slight problem right now. Yeah, I would actually take golden cog over marbles now that I think about it more. Now I can get it to diamond cog, all the better, because diamond cog, it doesn't say it does it, but it affects both adjacent items. So I could juggle my board a little bit to get haste on the golf clubs as well. Cog would be pretty nice. Ah, the wrong 1-slot item.
You stop me.
That's fine. I spent all my gold, so I don't want to go to Aerodrome. Non-weapon items does hit Snow Globe and Marbles. It's the things I need.
Reward the peaceful, punish.
Those are not the things I need. However, because I have a loop, the math changes, and I have to make room. I need 3 inventory spots, holding this in case I get poisoned. How do I really feel about that? Surprisingly good, to be honest. The cash register is 9 gold every day. It's so hard to toss. This is the issue when you're holding pivots for Pig, is because you have so much economy that goes in your stash, that at some point you're forced to either pivot early or give up on economy. Because I really want to buy and sell this pinata to gain 1 gold and 30 health, but I have to give up something for it, and I have to make this decision now anyway. This ATM sucks. I'm not ready to pivot yet. I'm gonna sell it. I can find another 2-size property. It's not a big deal. Beehive, huh? I don't see that doing much. And I'm never going to be able to hold that business card for very long. It's not going to work well. But it does currently break even on the next merchant. I just sold my rewards card targets, so. Small weapon, and it's so worthless. Artisan Dudes makes me so sad. This event needs a buff or a full rework or a full removal. It's just, it's okay on day 1 and 2, and it keeps showing up on day 8. Large items cannot help me. It just can't. Which I guess means I'm going to Artisan Dunes? That's so bad. I'm just taking a small weapon for gold? Yeah. Yo-Yo's a pretty good small weapon to hit, even though I don't scale it yet. What can my friend loot be that I would care about? Honestly, nothing. If it could upgrade this, I would care a little bit, but because it would just like be a second when it's not very good. Upgrade your leftmost heal items, fine. It makes the bird better. I'm gonna take the bird upgrade, even though it's relatively minor. I think against a pig, I'd rather have Yo-Yo. Oh, he could have bees. He could have bees. The reason I like Yo-Yo is because it's targetable by freeze and slow, but pig doesn't really do that very much. And because of bees and caltrops, the Yo-Yo would be my death. I'm gonna sell the business card because it's going... it's so close. I lose 2 gold by not getting the silver coin. I have to hit like 3 merchants for this to break even. I'm not gonna be able to hold it. The Yo-Yo actually can contribute to build strength. Can it really though? Like, can it really? I have to find, there are single skills, like convert gold to damage, where the Yo-Yo just becomes a 1-card killing machine that contributes relevant damage. And it's better than marbles in those circumstances, I think. Because I'm so vulnerable to freeze right now, I've gotta fix that. I'm gonna give up a little bit of gold to keep the Yo-Yo. And we're gonna go fight the other pig. I'm very good against anything with Beehive, because they've wasted at least 3 card slots on the Beehive. They don't have it, and they're a crook build. They are crook at Lado, I might just be dead, but that 2,000 health is gonna be very relevant here for giving me a chance. Yep, I think I'm still just dead. I'm gonna need a crit here to survive. I got the crit! Alright, nope, I'm still dead. No, I'm not! Alright. Good thing I spent all of my gold on the last day. On the last level up, rather. Holy shit. I was not actually expecting to live through Diamond Crooked Ladle. That's the reason I even considered spending my gold. That and absolutely cracked burn builds, I suppose. Bronze tier junk items is cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction is life, let's find one.
I see buried treasure.
There's some CDR here, so I'll take it. This is gonna take a hot second. I'm gonna move my board. I'll be back with you once I've sold... not everything he has. I don't have very good loop.
Waiting for you.
Not having a haste out of a rocket boots always feels so bad.
Doing your part to clean up.
Or a burn item for Salamander Pup. They're both so good. So good. And I just have nothing to trigger them on. If I see a turbo vendor or a turbo enchant, I would really like to end with rocket boots, but I don't have the inventory space to hold them, so I just can't. It's fine. This next one looks a bit shit. I'll take the chocolate bar, but I think everything else here does nothing, which is wild. Like, I'm not gonna spend 2 gold for 4 damage, it's irrelevant. Small tools, chocolate bars, and Kina. I guess we're gonna keep hunting that bird and marbles upgrade.
Not war.
That's really not it at all. Weights. What do weights do exactly? They're better with a yo-yo. Essentially, the argument is you can put in weights, remove the golf clubs, and then put in the yo-yo. Is that hype? The damage scaling is so much worse if I do that. Like, maybe if they were gold weights, I would consider it. And if I had carried weights with me all game up till now, I'd have gold weights at this point. But diamond weights are the ones that charge so much faster. I'd still be very bad against like any build that got in under me. The diamond at Ladle, for instance. I don't think I could ever even consider switching if it's less than diamond. I just don't think it's good enough. I'm either going snow globe strats or I'm going to go with the golf club until I die.
You're not being fully present with me?
Let me look up Pharaoh's Khan. What does his skill do exactly? So Pharaoh's Con is a skill where if you have a single weapon, it will trigger 50% slower for 3 times the damage, which I think is actually very relevant because it essentially says it scales 3 times as fast. And if I transition to Yo-Yo, it has no penalty whatsoever. So I'm gonna go for Pharaoh's Con to try to get his skill. He's a sniper, he's got 1 shot, 1 kill. And what's your crit chance? Oh fuck. You do kill me in 1 if you get the 30% crit. I thought it dealt less than 2670, Jesus. Just don't get crit, it's that easy. Okay, thank God, we win. Whew. What's the crit from? Is it based on sniper rifle or is it from something else? Everything has 30 crit. I'm not sure what from. That's not what I wanted at all.
You gotta know what you're fighting for.
They could pitch for financial boost. Oh, yes, actually. Investment pitch. There's an argument I should have done this much earlier. I'm gonna upgrade the crow's nest to diamond. I think I had a chance to upgrade it previously. Oh, cool. So it's an interesting choice here, right? I could continue banking on Poison Bird saving the day, which is really stupid. I can upgrade the Snow Globe to Diamond, which gives me a very strong pivot possibility, but I feel actually pretty strong at this point in time. The thing that makes me the strongest today is upgrading marbles. And I think upgrading marbles, it's currently formatted wrong. It says slow 2 item for 2 seconds. It's just slow 2 to 1 item. It's just somebody had a small aneurysm while typing out this tooltip. I don't know what happened. But I think this is fine. I think upgrading marbles is a lot of disruption, and it's the best thing I've got on this board. A big part of why I like this game so much is there are a million little decisions that echo out throughout the run, where everything you're doing is impossibly warping your future points, and it's really hard to pinpoint the single specific thing that changes the course of a run. However, in this case, while there are tons of micro decisions that could have gone one way or another that could have ultimately impacted the run a lot, I think that this is the biggest mistake I made. Because frankly, while the marbles are the biggest upgrade right now, and if I want to win on day 11 and get out before late game builds, the marbles are the best thing. The marbles upgrade is probably not going to change whether or not I won on those days. I should have upgraded Snow Globe to Diamond here, and it could have been a completely different game at the end of this if I had. And that decision, of all the decisions, is probably the most important mistake I make in this run. Finn can give me max health, which I like a lot. There are very, very few items that improve my board. I'm gonna go to Finn's. I'm gonna take my max health and regen.
You unstoppable.
Toss this, toss that. Give up a little bit of gold again. Keep the items I have for reasons. I think we get under poison builds with 100% crit, rapid scaling, all the slow we have. Is that infinite? I'm not seeing the ammo reloading skill, so it hurts like hell, but it's not infinite. Oh, it doesn't even hurt like hell. I didn't read your damage numbers because I was so much more concerned with your crit chance. Yeah, this is not actually much at all, is it? Well, he's dead.
Bring her about.
Things are going well for the plan of don't worry about day 12 plus, just get out of here on day 11, which is very frequently the mind space I inhabit on Pig, is day 12 can't hurt you, you'll be gone by then. Small weapons, shield skills, and economic items. That's rough. There's no economic item I actually care about. My money is unlimited. Shield skills also, I don't have any shields. However, I will go here specifically for a chance at hardened shields, because then the shielded enchant becomes incredible. Sharp Corners is the damage version of it, essentially, like the complete opposite card. I think I do take Sharp Corners here, because if I get Sharp Corners, I can get a shielded bird, put a yo-yo in play, and go to the moon. All right, Sharp Corners. I'll spend 24 gold of my infinite money to try to get better outs. Once again, I would rather gain regen and max health than just go to a shop that's almost certainly doing nothing. The Awakened District takes 12 seconds to go off. I'll hit it twice with golf clubs before then, with 100% crit. I think we beat an Awakened District. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we beat an Awakened District. I mean, I could have just done the math, right? This thing's gonna trigger 3.8, 7.4, no, 7.6, 8.1, 11.1. Yeah, he goes off full 3 times. So surely we live after this goes off then. Barely. I went down to 39, not even close. Oh. Yeah. That's what I was worried about. When I was doing the math, I was like, wait, if it's happening on second 11, that means it's really close. The bird's gonna still be triggering. I won't get the full scaling. What does the math actually come out to?
Seem like a nice person.
Solo the district might be playable if it didn't take 12 seconds, but seeing that it does, it's just 50 gold. 50 gold I'm very grateful to have, but it's not actually that cool. I think I'm gladly just burning my gold again. It's not as good this time, right? I did it the first time at like 3,000 health for 2,000 health, which is a 66% increase in health. This time I'm giving up a similar amount of money, only a little bit less, but I'm getting a 1/6 increase basically. I don't really care about personal trainer so much. I'm gonna take the huge lump sum of gold so that if I do find the gold equals damage skill, it hurts to see skill up against 300 life because I like the life, but we need to go to skills. Buffing shield items is nonsense if I have any alternative, and I do. The alternative is called rolling. Plus 12 heal means nothing. The important thing is triggering heal often, not how much it actually does. Unfortunately, we basically full whiffed here. We have irrelevant crit because we're at 100, irrelevant crit because we're at 100, large items which we don't use, and when you use a property. Literally 4 skills that do nothing. I love skill vendors. I don't think there's anything I can get that's relevant from any of this. So I guess I'm gonna go to the gumball vendor and just buy, sell 10 gumballs very slowly. They don't do much, but they do more than literally nothing. Well, not the yellow ones. All right, gumball's done. We're up against a dually. It's very scary. Dually can absolutely just kill us. However, slow 3 5 times every 4 seconds is pretty disruptive to specifically dually compared to anyone else. He has diamond, okay, he doesn't have anything affecting diamond fangs. He has no small diamond items. He has the beatdown variant and randomly froze the bird, huh? Gee, I wonder if I'm gonna win this time. To be fair, he only has 2 targets for the random freeze and they both kill me. The random freeze that lasted the entire fight. Yeah, it wasn't very close. Weapons are useless, we take 2 XP. 10% max health. Wouldn't have changed that for shit, but it's the best thing here. Ah, man. None of this is relevant. I'm gonna take a small weapon, I guess. Kukri is theoretically the same thing as golf clubs. The issue is at silver, it's gaining 10 instead of 40, and the scaling speed kinda matters. It is almost objectively better than golf clubs at diamond. It's slightly slower scaling in exchange for another item slot. But right now, I don't think I can accept that. Like, people have enough health that a Kukri simply wouldn't kill them in a timely fashion, and then I would die to burn or poison or what have you. Losing that fight is really rough, though, because it means we're going to day 12. In fact, I would say that fight's the point where I go from thinking we might get a 10 win to we're probably not getting there. Unless we find a pivot. Wow, give my opponent's crit chance instead of myself, huh? My bird will get to 100% crit chance. However, so will everything my opponent has. I think I'll pass. 1300 shield is going to be more health than the Jules Cafe, but I'm just going to abuse this bug. Jules Cafe is, I think, still permanent. Not all of the options, just the health option, but I mean, how can I say no? This is really good. This always gives you alacrity. There's not enough options for it to give you anything else, and I have 100% crit on this golf club. So yes, alacrity, please. Loot items, chocolate bars, spare change. Well, none of them are that good when my inventory is full. With my full inventory, I'll just take the spare change, toss them, and go get rolled by Dooley again, this time for my last stand. There's just not good outcomes against Dooley. If he has a Pierre, it's an auto loss. Pierre is fairly rare these days, but like if he has it, I'm done. I don't see any freeze skills immediately. He's friends, but what do his friends do? Burn me. It is a burn deck. He has 7,000 health, so I'm gonna need to survive for a fucking while. Thank God for marbles. That's all I can think when I see charcoal over here at 53 burn. We need to get up to 3,500 damage on the golf clubs. I think I'm dead. I'm burning so hard. 1,000 already. Yeah, I'm dead. It's just, That cannot do it against endgame dualies. It doesn't scale fast enough. Visit a random enchantment location isn't going to do anything is the problem. No, that's not true. Poison on the bird is relevant damage to other builds I pivot into. I'm going to go random enchantment location. Get poison on the bird. I've been planning for this all game. Oh. The bird is now single-handedly a relevant source of poison.
Positive.
Not a ton of poison, but enough that a pure stall build cares. Shield, gumballs, small and large items. I need medium items, unfortunately. We're giving up on the golf clubs. They simply don't do enough damage at this point in the game. So we are now freeze poison, that's it. This does nothing though then, doesn't it? What gives multicast to that? That's the entirety of what it does. For now, I'm gonna stick with the golf clubs for the PvE encounter. Large items could give me a building that does something. You've got to play with my heart by making me open the loot box, really? Hog's Wash is irrelevant, Billboard's irrelevant. Tallest these, give me the diamond loot box and roll. What's on the next page? Luxury Tents is definitely a hell of a lot better than the Crow's Nest when I'm abandoning the Crow's Nest. Goodbye, sweet prince. You've got me far. But now we have 7 multicast on the bird and a cheat death mechanic for 50% of our life. And let's open the loot box. Frost Potion, very cool but not relevant. Dragon Whelp, very cool but not relevant. And Sunderer, not even cool. Switch in the globe. 9x multicast bird dealing 3 poison, triggering the marbles. I am just dead to freeze, basically. Do I want the marbles out for Yo-Yo? Yes. Because it's a relevant amount of damage, even at 14. If I can find damage, I cannot find Pygmalion skills or general skills. Fortis is way too common. I don't know if other people have had this impression. I see Fortis as often as every other skill vendor put together, it feels like. Anyway, non-weapon items with a diamond snow globe, please. Those are not it. Nor is that. What's Hammock do again? Oh, that's cool. It's not useful, but it's cool.
I suppose you'll go by a weapon instead.
We cannot beat a Void Colossus, I think. Not with a gold snow globe, at least. So I guess we're gonna go fight Trash Titan and maybe get some poison synergy. Let me check both of these guys and see if they have like venom or anything. Master Alchemist has nothing for us. Trash Titan might be able to give us something. I think it doesn't. I think it's all bait, but there are some cool items here. Specifically, the Venomander replacing the Yo-Yo gives me 9 regen every 3.8 seconds, which will add up if I get into a stall match. Do I have anything else I really care about? Not really. Like, there are cool items here. Emerald's a great example. Emerald would probably be better than Venomander. But honestly, I'm just in a really awkward spot where I'm playing a pretty jank and terrible stall deck because I haven't gotten Snow Globe to Diamond yet. I do relevant poison. As the Sandstorm gets here, we're up to like 200. But for day 12, that's hardly impressive. It would be nice if I had fully froze out my opponent, but I'm not gonna be able to do that at all. That's useless. When you use a small item, great. Charge a large item for 1 second, not so great. I have no large items to charge. Bazaar can give me second Yo-Yo and win the game. These other two literally don't do anything, so we're gonna go to Bazaar. We're gonna take 3 small items from the Bazaar. Those aren't Yo-Yo, what are you doing? I can get a relevant amount of shield that is probably more pertinent in my game plan than the Yo-Yo. It makes me safer to beats. Vulture is irrelevant, Piranha is irrelevant. I do think I will take Duct Tape over Yo-Yo presently. Small items aren't helping me, tools aren't helping me. That just locks me into experience, unfortunately, which does at least level me up before the final fight. Gain 2 income, gain 10% max health. Gonna be the max health then, and it's another dueling. I'm gonna take this. If it's a stall fight, it's very, very relevant for living through Sandstorm. Diamond Piranha is irrelevant. Walter's irrelevant. And we're probably dead. If it's any sort of damage duelie, we win. Or sorry, we lose. If it's a stall dually that is not Pierre-based, we probably win. Let's see how it goes. I'm not confident, but I wasn't expecting to be confident once I was getting the crow's nest. Day 12 is when I wanted to be gone, and I'm still here. He has insane shield skeleton. What? You have a diamond trebuchet? What game are we playing? He is burn. Oh, random freeze on the bird, huh? I don't enjoy the random long duration freezes my bird keeps getting. The constant triggering on the shield will actually cripple their burn damage, because every 0.2 seconds I'm adding shield, and any amount of shield will half the incoming damage. However, there's a fucking lot of incoming damage. 300 something burn is just a lot. The sandstorm will do nothing for me. Yeah, I'm dead. Just wrecked by toxic trebuchet, huh? I mean, Micro Dave is probably doing more. Yeah, I just don't have the durability to get through this amount of burn. The duct tape's doing so much work, but it's nowhere near enough. The golf club's build was never fated for greatness. If I had gotten the diamond snow globe, I think we could have made it here. The bird did his best. 9 multicast just cannot do it. The freeze on the bird didn't matter at all. We just grossly outscaled by that dually. That's the issue with any bird build, I feel. I feel like they don't scale well enough. Like, the temptation with bird, the reason you would want to play bird, is you hit a bunch of stuff that synergizes with bird, you don't hit anything that's strong in the early game, like, okay, cool, I'll play bird and scale into the late game. And my experience has consistently been that bird doesn't actually scale into the late game. Bird is basically less strong than Crook at every point, and that's not good when Crook is a dedicated early to mid game build that cannot beat late game builds. Unless it finds something broken, which there are a lot of outs for it to do. But like with bird, it's just, I don't know. There are maybe other routes I could have pivoted to, but I felt like this was my best out, and apparently I was wrong. I really needed to find Diamond Snow Globe for this to come together, and I just did it. The freeze on Gold Snow Globe is not enough. If I had found Shielded Enchant instead of Poison, actually, would I have won that? Put shield on the bird and I use the yo-yo and I kill him? Yeah, if I'd actually gotten the Shielded Enchant instead of Poison, I would have just won that fight. That's unfortunate that I played around getting Poison all game, and then like the random maybe this could be relevant buy. Also, I got to level 15 and didn't get my enchant. It was level 16 enchant. There's a very real chance that enchant could have been shielded and won the game because I could have put it on the yo-yo. That's also tilting. I'm still happy with the run. I got 7 wins being forced into a really, really off-meta weird thing to do. Bird builds is surprisingly common. I'm talking about the golf club and the crow's nest more than anything else. But bird builds are not surprisingly good. I have never been genuinely impressed by a bird build. When I lose them, I'm like, yeah, my build's garbage. I see why I'm losing. But I don't think bird's in a super strong spot. It requires a lot of very specific combo pieces to actually be good and win in the late game, and it's not strong in the early game. It can be. Specifically, bird bushels really cracked in the early game, but any other form of bird just doesn't do a ton. And yeah, this snow globe had been a high-level bushel, I'd also have been fine, I think. That would have been so much shield. I would have been generating, what, like 60 shield every time I use this, and then because it would have been bushel, I could have played yo-yo over duct tape. If I'd have found a bushel as well, that would have been really good. I hope I didn't skip a bushel lately, because I don't remember seeing one, but I might have. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about what could have been and wrap up the video. I've been Rather Coherent. Thank you for your time. If you did like the video, then please do like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff really does help the channel grow. And I cannot overstate my gratitude to my patrons on Patreon or my channel members on YouTube. I'll see all of you in the next one.